welcome to another episode of Bangers Bricks. Once again, we are delving into the world of Lumibricks and their Wild West theme. Now, this is a set that I bought a little bit ago, but I've been wanting to do because I think it's really interesting and something quite different from the usual Lego set. So this is the Lumibricks set L9079 Wild West Show. It has 1,962 pieces. There are many prints and no stickers, as always. There are 7 characters, 1 horse, 1 cat, and a parrot. There are 7 lights, printed manuals, and it cost me approximately £74, which is $96. As always, this is not sponsored. I bought this myself directly from the Lumibricks website using one of their discount codes that they have on there when you become a member after buying sets. So here we have a good look at the front of the set. Obviously with this one, very much everything going on is on the inside rather than the outside. I thought it would be good to quickly do a tour around the outside first, and then we can have a look with the top off. So bringing this forward does give you a nice look onto the inside, but we'll start with the side first. You have a nice poster. Again, everything's printed, which I really do love. I love the crystal ball here, which I'm not sure if you can see properly, but it is glowing in and out, which is really cool. And then the bark at the front, selling the tickets, is Top Hat. On this side, we have the popcorn cart. Not sure if this is particularly authentic for the Wild West, but I'm sure we can let it slide, along with balloons and some tools. Then we have some of the games to play. We have the shoot the tin cans off the top there and throwing the horseshoes onto the pole, along with a nice, again, glowing fire element there. I really do like the techniques they've used on these sides here to give them a bit more shape. Not everything entirely fits correctly on top, as you can sort of see, which we'll have a closer look in a minute. But it's nice. They're not just flat, they're not just angled. They go down and they're not angled out. So these all just clip in to the main section. Then we have here a horse. You'll see some of the characters dotted around. I'll go into them as always at a slightly later time. Not much to see on the back, except to say that this back panel does just come off here, allowing a look into the backstage portion of the set. I'll leave that off. And again, we've got 2 more of the characters and a little bit of shrubbery, etc. Again, I like the tent is held down by these poles with strings. Again, very nice touch. You can see obviously on both sides. And that is the main set. Obviously, you can get a bit of a sneak peek now by zooming in here to what's inside. So again, to show that this top does come off, this is a little bit, I'm not going to say flimsy because it doesn't fall apart. It's not like the one from the diner set, because on the underside you can see it's actually quite sturdily built here. And then these kind of panels are just layered on top with the poles linking in between, which works really well and looks good. Again, some of the angles aren't quite right. And the fit on here doesn't always work perfectly, probably because I've misaligned something here. But I think it looks really, really good for what it is. And yeah, without getting bespoke pieces, I don't think there's much more they could have done to get this look of an old-time tent. So here we have that closer look onto the inside of the show. It is split, as I said before, into 2 sides, the backstage and the foreground. We can see here another brick-built skull and lots of props and things. I spin around to the side, you can see there's posters on each side. Again, nice, really nice prints. Posters of all the different characters. Here we have the trapeze act, which can move along and does spin, but will go over the top of the knife throwing act, which again does turn nicely. I'll give a better view from the front to show that in a bit. But yeah, you can see the bleachers going round for people to sit and watch the act. Obviously not much space in here, but unless they were to quadruple the piece count, you're never going to get a very large size tent. But what they have packed in here is very nice. There's a lot of detail. Spin around, you can see on all parts of this front set, and is really nice. And I do particularly like the knife throwing spinny one. And as usual, a few lights dotted around just to keep the theme. Again, one of the nice things about the lights here in the Wild West sets is that seeing any of the wires, if they were electric lights, then seeing the wires is pretty normal. So yeah, it doesn't exactly break immersion to have those. And then we have the backstage section here with a lovely makeup counter for the bearded lady. I'll just quickly show. Who is the bearded lady, if you remember from the meeting hall set. Same bearded lady who performs at weddings. But you can see her makeup counter there and everything light. Again, lots of little props and everything here. And a fabric curtain to go into the main part of the set. Again, they've done a fantastic job of just the amount of detail they managed to fit into what is actually quite a small space here. But I think they've done a fantastic job, and it looks really great, and is as detailed as you could want from a set this size. Yeah, I think it looks good. So here we have the close-up view through the curtains, and you get an excellent view of the lady who's going to have knives thrown at her there. Well, she seems to have caught one in her hand, along with a little parrot over here on the right and some more of the props there. It really does look cool, especially being lit up like this. So here we have the collection of characters, and I think it's a pretty good set, to be honest. So there don't seem to be any names for the characters, but obviously they conform to the usual kind of stereotypes that you'd expect in a circus, especially an old-fashioned one. So on the left, we have the, I guess, ringmaster or the bark at the front, then a clown, famous bearded lady. As I said before, she appears in one of the other sets in the Wild West. Then we have the trapeze artist, and on the right, the man who's shooting the cans off the shelf on the right-hand side of the set. Then back here, we have, I can only assume it's just a patron, and the knife-throwing lady there at the back. Just moving on up to see the proper back, though, we do have the horse and a little black cat, as well as obviously the parrot that we saw earlier. I think they are a good set. It's nice that there's a lot of characters here, because there would be a lot of characters in a Wild West show like this, and it would feel very, very empty without them. So I do think they add quite a bit here. I think they're nicely detailed. I think they've got them just about right, really. And it's nice to have a few of the animal sets as well. So to wrap up my review, once again, this is a set that I really do like. It is very different from so many of the other sets. I've not really seen this kind of circus theme before. Wild West show, it works really well. There's some nice, interesting building techniques on the side, which give it a very unique and interesting shape. It's got lots of lovely little details around. As always, all the printed parts, I think, make a big difference. Fantastic selection of characters to go in, and yeah, just lots of nice play features as well. I just think it's a really nice set. The issues, as they are is that, yeah, some bits are a little bit more fragile perhaps than I would like, but it seems to be pretty much standard for any of these non-Lego sets, and to be honest, even some of the Lego sets, that they do get a bit fragile depending on how complex they are. But yeah, this one is very different, and while it is for the Wild West show, I think it could actually still fit quite happily in any Lego village or town or whatever. And I just think it's a really nice, pretty fun set, excellent value for the cost that it cost me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. So thanks again for joining us this week. And if you'd like to support the channel, then please consider like and subscribing. And if you're interested in any of these sets, please consider using our affiliate link, which is in the description, which really does help the channel. And yeah, see you next week.